Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. Now, today's video is just about something that popped up on Twitter late last night. A couple other people made a video talking about this, RGT85, Dreamcast guy, several others. It's something very interesting in regards to the Nintendo Switch online service. Now, last week, I made a video talking about how I feel the NES library that's coming out is being drip-fed way too slow, that there's not enough bang for our buck when it comes to the variety of games that are available. I personally feel that the games are coming out way too slow. They should be out on a weekly basis at least, not monthly, and I feel that we're not getting enough good quality games that we have not gotten before in the past. For example, most of the games available on the Nintendo Switch Online service for the NES games are games that are A, on the NES Classic already, or B, that have been released several times throughout the years on all of the different versions of the Virtual Console. And I suggested, how about they add games that we want? Maybe Super Nintendo games, maybe things of that stuff, so it doesn't stink as much. Well, Nintendo apparently has some planning happening already. On Reddit, somebody revealed, after going through the code, that they found a list of 22 games for the Super Nintendo. So this is huge. If the Super Nintendo gets released on the Nintendo Switch Online service, that is a great improvement. But in my opinion, it depends on what games are we getting. Are these going to be the same re-releases that we've been seeing all the time? Since the Wii, the Virtual Console, we've gotten this basic foundation of games that are constantly being re-released and paying for them and re-downloading them, and yeah, it's getting old. We want some good, new, quality content. Kind of like with this channel. People want some good quality 8-Bit Eric channel. I'm just regurgitating the same Switch crap. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I'm going to read you guys the tweet that was shown on Twitter. The tweet on Twitter. The username, forgive me for if I pronounce this wrong, Cappuccino Heck. His original thing says, I was finally able to look around NES online strings a bit myself and noticed the sheer amount of SNES games planned. Here's a list for you folks out there. Then he goes on to list some, and I believe that this order that they're listed on from top to bottom is how they're going to be released. Now, is this going to be once a month also, kind of like how NES library is? Probably, more than likely, but I'm glad that the Super Nintendo games are going to be released because this gives us some kind of variety. So, beginning with Super Mario Kart, that looks like it is going to be the first game on the Nintendo Switch Super Nintendo Online. Then we got Super Soccer, Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, Demon's Crest, Yoshi's Island, Stunt Race FX, Kirby's Dream Course, and then right here we have a title that is very surprising and eye-catching, Poppin' Twinbee, which did not come to North America. So if this comes worldwide, if it comes onto the Nintendo Switch Online service, this is going to be a brand new Super Nintendo game for North Americans, unless you've imported it in the past, physically or whatever. This will be a brand new game that we can experience, so that's exciting if that happens. Then we get Star Fox, a classic, Contra 3, another classic, Kirby Superstar, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Kirby's Dream Land 3, Super Metroid, Super Mario World, Pilot Wings, F-Zero, you know, like the basic Super Nintendo launch titles right there. Then we get Star Fox 2, which was not released officially until the Super Nintendo Classic came out this past year, which, if that comes to the Switch Online service, okay, you know, that's pretty badass. Then we get Super Punch-Out, Legend of the Mystical Ninja, Mario All-Stars, and Breath of Fire 2. Now, with Mario All-Stars, sure, that's cool. It's multiple Mario games into one package with updated graphics. But we already have Mario 1 and Mario 3 released on the NES library for the Switch Online. No Mario 2, though. So that'll be kind of interesting. That'll be a way to play Super Mario Bros. 2. Now, he did post a link on pastebin.com showing the coding and proof of this to show that he was not making this up. So this is very probable that this is real and that this is going to happen. And I think it's really cool that this coder found this out. Now, the selection of games is not bad. It's pretty solid. However, the majority of them are on the Super Nintendo Classic, which means it's another issue of just re-releasing the same games over and over again. I mean, okay, Super Mario Kart is a classic. It's easy to get. It's been on all the virtual consoles. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, you know, yes, same thing. And then we get, you know, the Metroids and Mario Worlds. These are the basic, quintessential Super Nintendo games, and yeah, great. Sure, what else can you expect from this? These are probably the cream of the crop, other than Earthbound being not in this list, Chrono Trigger not being on this list, the Donkey Kong Country games not being on this list. It's a pretty solid list. So, if these are the games that are coming out, then sure, you know, great, good job. However, there was a little bit more interesting stuff in the plot. If you look down here, he also Signo Boost, another tweet from Snowmill Dome, who says they were looking through the NES Switch app with Cappuccino Heck and another user, and they found 4 emulator types. They've identified 2 of them, which Kachi Kachi, which was the NES Classic, which that's already on here. We got Canoe, which is the SNES Classic, and they found 2 more, Hayoko and Count, which have not been identified. So this leaves a little bit more intrigue, a little bit more hype here. So now we just got revealed a list of Super Nintendo games that are coming out, 22 of them. And now there's also 2 more emulators that have been found, Hayoko and Count. So what are these going to be? Now it's leading a lot of people to suspect the N64 will be one of them. And if that happens, that's going to get a lot of people hyped. People have been asking for an N64 Classic, and they've been wanting N64 games on their consoles. Now, the one reason why I'm kind of hesitant on this, the N64 Classic has not been out yet. So I don't know if Nintendo will do this. I don't know if they'll release N64 games on the Switch at this time. I think these SNES Classic games are finally coming out on the Nintendo Switch because the SNES Classic already made its money, already sold. So I am hopeful for N64 games to be coming out. However, until the N64 Classic comes out, I doubt it's going to happen. And I don't see this happening anytime soon, to be honest, because the holidays just went through. There was no N64 Classic that came out. I'm willing to bet that this ain't happening unless the N64 Classic comes out. And then we also got, what, the GameCube? People have been dying for GameCube games. We got the Wii, the Wii U. I'm almost willing to bet we will see Wii and Wii U games on the Nintendo Switch before we would see N64 games. Only for the simple fact that Wii U games are being ported over to the Switch already. So that also leaves the question of what games are they going to actually choose to port over physically? Like, we got Hyrule Warriors and we had Bayonetta 2 ported over and stuff. Are we going to see more Switch games being ported over digitally through the Nintendo Online service? Are we going to see Wii games? Some Wii games would be pretty cool. I don't know if I'd rather have those physically, though. Like, if we're going to have Wii games brought over, why don't we just update them or at least port them? There's some that I think would hold up. Like, you know, like the Mario Galaxy games, I think would do pretty good if you just ported them over the way they are. And, you know, I don't know. So it remains to be seen what these 2 other emulators are. So we got possible confirmation of Super Nintendo games coming, and 2 more emulators that have yet to be found. It's interesting. So what do you guys think about these tournament events? Do you think this is real? Do you think this guy's legit? Do you think he found something that is going to happen very soon? How soon do you think they're going to wait before they do these reveals? I think they're going to probably have a Nintendo Direct soon. I know there was rumors of a January Nintendo Direct happening, and then they kind of just faded away. I'm thinking it's still going to happen, maybe at the end of the month, maybe at the beginning of February, and I think we're going to get a big reveal about these Super Nintendo games. Either way, if these games come out, that's a great new update to the Switch Online service, which makes it just a little bit better and a little bit more worth the price, considering that it's still pretty cheap for a full year service. They have the best backlog out there. Nintendo, hands down, best backlog of games. You know, if you think of all the classic games that have even yet to been out on the Virtual Console at all, on any console. They're just sitting on money, literally. So it remains to be seen whether they're going to do anything beyond the slow drip feed that they're going to do. I would rather them just release everything out at once and let us pick through it like Netflix. But Nintendo's here because they know what they're doing. They've made money throughout the years. So it's an exciting time. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens, guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you're new to the channel, throw a subscription, like, all that good jazz. And I'll see you on the next one.